place that I call home. I never stick around quite long enough to make it.
Well, welcome Barry to the Easter Mayoral broadcast. As you know, the Small Business Stimulus Package, which is a wonderful Dorset Council initiative, was rolled out in December 2012. So can you tell us a bit more about the package, the eligibility?
Yeah, certainly, Judith. The package was rolled out and the uptake had been rather poor for the first 2 or 3 months, but it's certainly based on if you, it's up to $500. If your rate on the general rate doesn't, so if your general rate is $630, well, you're eligible to claim 50% of that. So it's your general rate. If you do pay over $1,000 in general rate, it's $500 capped. So it's a 50% up to $1,000, or if over $1,000 is capped at $500. That's just a straight rebate back to the tenant or the person paying the rates in any of the general business districts of Dorset. So it takes in all the towns, including Winnerleer, Branksome, Ringarooma, obviously Scottsdale and Bridport. But yeah, any town that's in the service centre, any business that's in the service centre in those towns is eligible. Okay. And the other thing too with it is the up to $500 refurbishment rebate, and the idea of that is to do some work or upgrades in your shop, whether it's paint the facade or do some work inside. And as long as you buy the product from a local business person in Dorset, or have a local tradesman do that work, then you're eligible to claim the $500 back through that. So it's an all-round thing. It's a direct cash back in your pocket for part of it, and just trying to stimulate a little bit of business for other retailers and or services or tradespeople.
Oh, that's great, Barry. So how do you go about applying?
We can apply online, so if you go to the Dorset Council website, there is a link there to the stimulus package, and that's probably the easiest way. And if you're confused, to ring the counter and they will explain things to you. But you can download the information off the web and fill in the forms and send them in. But certainly look at that first, get the full briefing of what the stimulus package does entail, and then, as I say, if there's any issues, just ring one of the girls at the counter.
That's great. Look, I believe that people have to get in soon, though. It closes soon.
Yeah, it closes at the end of, my recollection is the end of the financial year, and I think you've got to the end of July to actually for that in. So if you do work or something in June and you want to wait for an invoice, you can claim it to the end of July, but you've got to actually expend that, put that expenditure out before the 30th of June this year. So we've only got, well, we're nearly at the end of March, so we haven't got much longer. We've got 3 months.
Oh, great. Just going on to another matter, I understand that the NBN is being rolled out in Bridport and rolled in e-learning, and it's been absolutely hopeless to attend webinars if you're on the current 3G connection. So do you know much about what's going on in Bridport?
Yeah, my understanding is that the street roll, well, I do know that the street rollout is certainly taking place through Main Street and up through some of the area that's designated to go. So in the next couple of months we should get some hard information of connection dates and how we connect. And take your point on the 3G network is certainly the Christmas time we did have a lot of issues with overuse, and some days it was almost impossible to get on at a reasonable speed, or even to get on at all for 8 to 10 hours a day. So you know, the NBN being rolled out in Bridport will certainly add a massive influence to to businesses and people who want to work from home.
Yeah, we can certainly see some progress there then. Any other thoughts on the NBN and its take up here? Or?
Well, certainly we'd always like the take up to be greater, but we certainly are starting to see some of the benefits flow through, not only with the learning, certainly with the council setting up the Skype lounge to be able to keep in contact with loved ones and close relatives that aren't in the local area, and certainly from e-medical and so forth like that. There's certainly been some good cases of people being able to be checked in Scottsdale at the hospital and not have to travel to Launceston to see a specialist, and their specialist can look at it in real time and give them the information back, and it saves that half a day travel into town, finding transport and walking in through the hospital, or to a specialist. So no, there's a lot of benefits to the in-bin, and we just got to get that message out there.
Okay, and the upshot of that would be obviously for people to attend some training while they can, because it's free. And
yeah, no, certainly the training program that obviously yourself and the council are running through the grant from the federal government is it can be always better utilised, and for the ratepayers out there to really get on board. And if you need to know anything about the in-bin, please bring Judith at the council chambers and hook up for some training, because as you say, it's free, and why not utilise it while we can? And we've probably got 12 or so months to go, so the more people that get on board and really understand and utilise it the best we possibly can will help not only with that social side of it, but so hopefully there's some small business people will take it on board and start to utilise it to benefit their own business growth, either from home or a small location around one of the municipalities.
Great, thanks, Barry. Look, I wondered if you had a nice message for the community.
Always, you know, Easter time's a good time, and in the sense with the holiday period, and certainly it's probably our last big break with reasonable weather before the winter sets in. So, you know, everybody to enjoy it. You know, stay safe, nice relaxing time with family and friends, and also, you know, be positive about the future.
Great, thanks very much, Barry. See you next time.
Bye.